This is CNN Breaking News.
More breaking news tonight. CNN has learned of a major shakeup involving the nation's terrorist watch list. This all coming in the wake, of course, of the Christmas Day attempt to blow up a Northwest jet. And joining me on the phone right now is CNN State Department producer Elise Labott. Elise, what do you know?
Well, Campbell, this is actually something that's been done in the last few days since the December 25th attack, that the threshold for people getting on these watch lists, on these no-fly lists, for getting those visas revoked that we've been talking so much about, is basically going to be much lower. They're lowering the bar for what it takes to get on this list. In the last few days, the intelligence community has kind of gone through these watch lists, the tied database of about 550,000 people, scrubbing it, adding this new criteria. And as a result, a lot of individuals have been put on no-fly lists. A lot of people have been put on watch lists, and several visas have been revoked. The State Department doesn't really want to say anything about those numbers because they're constantly shifting. But what's interesting here is that officials say that, based on the criteria that, not only the State Department, but the Department of Homeland Security and other agencies were using for Abdul Muttalib about whether he should be put on a no-fly list, about whether his visa revoked. Based on that old criteria, he fell below the line, and so he went into this general database, but not a no-fly list. Now, if they use the criteria, officials are saying certainly he would have met the bar, and he would be on those no-fly lists and no-watch lists, and they're hoping now they're gonna capture a lot more people and get a lot more people on those lists.
So do they really think, though, that had these measures been in place, that this would have kept him, the alleged Christmas Day bomber, from getting into the country?
Well, it's one of the things that would have been stopped. As we know, we talked about the last few days, the president said there was a systematic failure. Not only did all the relevant agencies that were making this decision about Abdul Muttalib didn't know about this Nigerian, those NSA intercepts that a Nigerian was planning attacks. We also had at the State Department that the cable that went out talking about the threat that this guy possibly posed based on the information from his father didn't note that he had a visa. And so people didn't know that they had to pull the visa at the time. And various agencies weren't talking to each other. And as we said, they weren't connecting the dots. But now, based on this new material, anybody that's on these watch lists is going to go into these databases. All those cables that are going out about these individuals are going to say, hey, this person poses a threat, and by the way, he has a visa. He could come into the U.S. anytime, and they think that they're going to be able to catch these people much earlier before they get on a plane to the United States, Campbell.
All right, Elise Labott for us tonight, CNN State Department producer, with that new information coming in. Elise, many thanks to you. Stay with us. Still to come.